Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Refined.
Yes, welcome. We are so happy to have you here today.
If you are new here, English Refined is a place where we help you improve your English speaking.
Right, and your grammar and just your daily conversation skills.
Exactly. We like to use simple explanations, to make learning easy and fun.
Because English can be tricky sometimes, right?
Oh, it definitely can be. Oh, and by the way, I am one of your English teachers today.
And I am the other one. Two friendly teachers here to guide you through today's topic.
We are so glad you joined us. So let's jump right into it. Today, we are doing a deep dive into our source materials to talk about 3 tiny words.
3 very small but very powerful words.
Yeah, we are looking at grammar guides and some internet forums and transcripts of people talking. And our mission in this deep dive is to master the words either, neither, and rather.
I love this topic. These words are, well, they are everywhere in English.
They really are. I mean, imagine you were standing in a hallway, right?
Yeah.
And you are facing 2 doors.
Okay, 2 doors. I'm picturing it.
Behind one door is a great new job. Behind the other door is, well, something terrible. A disaster.
Oh, wow. High stakes.
Exactly. And the words you use to talk about those choices, words like either and neither, they actually change how your brain thinks about the choice.
That is so true. We usually think these are just basic grammar rules, just boring words to connect sentences.
Right, just textbook stuff.
But when you look at the sources, you see that they're actually tools.
Yeah.
They help us make choices.
Yeah.
They help us agree with our friends. And, they even help us say no in a very polite way.
But there is a catch. Because these words are so small, English learners, they make mistakes with them all the time.
Very common mistakes.
You might accidentally agree to something you hate, or you might use a double negative and completely confuse the person you're talking to.
Which can be awkward, especially at work.
Oh, totally. So Our goal today is not to just read a textbook to you. You already know some English if you are listening to this.
Right. We want to explain the why. Why do we use these words? How do they feel in a real conversation?
Exactly. So you can use them naturally. So let's start with the first 2 words, either and neither.
The world of choices.
Yes, the world of choices. When we look at the grammar guides, the basic rule is very clear. These words are for 2 things.
Strictly 2 things.
Not 3, not 4, just 2. It is a binary choice.
And that is actually helpful for us, right? Because life has so many choices. It can make you tired.
Oh, decision fatigue. Yes.
Right. So the word either takes the whole big world and makes it just 2 simple paths.
One or the other.
Exactly. Let's look at either first. Either means one or the other. It gives you a choice.
So let's give a simple example for the listener.
Sure. Imagine we have 2 chairs, a red chair and a blue chair. I can say you can sit on either chair.
Okay, so that means I can choose the red one or I can choose the blue one.
Exactly. You have the power to choose one or the other.
It is very open. In our sources, they talk about the feeling of these words. And the word either feels very relaxed.
It really does.
It feels like an open door. If I ask you, what do you want for dinner tonight? Pizza or tacos?
And I say either is fine.
Right. You are saying, I will be happy with pizza and I will be happy with tacos. You pick.
Yeah, it is a very friendly way to talk. It shows that you are flexible.
So either means one or the other, and it is open. But then we have its dark twin.
Yes, the dark twin, neither.
So if either is an open door, what is neither?
Neither is slamming both doors shut. It means 0.
0. None of them.
Right. Not the first choice and not the second choice.
So back to our chairs, the red chair and the blue chair.
If I say neither chair is comfortable.
That means the red chair is bad and the blue chair is bad.
Exactly. It is a complete rejection. You are saying no to both options.
Feels very closed, very negative.
It is. If someone asks, do you want pizza or tacos? And you say neither.
Oh, wow. That sounds a little rude, maybe.
It can be. If you just say neither, it means you don't want pizza and you don't want tacos. You're rejecting both.
So you better have a third idea ready, like burgers.
Exactly. Now, I have a question about this, or really a question from our sources.
Okay, what is it?
Are we always strictly locked into just 2 things?
Oh, right. What if I have 3 choices?
Yeah. Like, say I have 3 job offers. Can I say, neither offer is good?
Based on the grammar texts, the answer is no.
Ah, okay.
The rule is very strict. Either and neither are only for 2 things.
So if I have 3 job offers, what word do I use?
You would use the word none. You say none of the offers are good.
None. Got it.
Right. And if you like all 3 offers, you say any. Any offer is good.
Okay, so either and neither are the guardians of the number two.
I like that. Guardians of the number two. But there is one funny exception in English.
Oh, there's always an exception in English.
There really is. We found this in one of our grammar sources. Sometimes either does not mean one or the other. Sometimes it means both.
Wait, really? Both?
Yeah. It is very strange. It happens when we talk about physical space, like sides of something.
Oh, I know what you mean, like sides of a road.
Yes. If I say, there were tall trees on either side of the road.
You don't mean I have to choose the left side or the right side?
Exactly. I am saying there are trees on the left side and there are trees on the right side. Both sides.
That is a great point for our listeners to remember. If you hear either side, it usually means both sides.
Yeah. Left and right, but usually, mostly, either means one or the other.
Okay, so that is choices. Open doors and closed doors. But let's move to something even more common in daily conversation.
Yes, let's talk about agreeing with people.
This is huge. When we talk to friends, we want to agree with them. It shows we understand them.
Right. It builds a connection. If you tell me something and I feel the same way, I want to say, me too.
Exactly. And that is the problem.
The me too trap.
Yes, the sources talk a lot about this, the Me Too trap, because for positive sentences, it is super easy.
Right. If you say, I love coffee.
I say, I love coffee too.
Perfect. Positive sentence. Positive agreement. We used to. But what if the sentence is negative?
Like if I say, I do not like spicy food.
A lot of English learners will say, I do not like it too.
And that is a mistake.
A very big mistake in English. You cannot use to with a negative sentence.
Right. This is what we call the rule of polarity.
Can you explain that simply for us?
Sure. Think of it like a magnet. You have a positive side and a negative side.
Okay, I am picturing a magnet.
The word to only lives on the positive side.
So words like love, want.
Yes. But as soon as you use a negative word, like don't or can't or won't.
The sentence flips to the negative side.
Exactly. And on the negative side, the word to is not allowed. It gets kicked out.
So what word comes in?
The word either.
Ah. So if you say, I do not like spicy food.
You have to say, I do not like it either.
I do not like it either. That makes sense. Let's do a little practice for the listener.
Good idea. I will say a negative sentence and you agree with me.
Okay, I am ready.
I can't swim.
I can't swim either.
Perfect. I am not tired.
I am not tired either.
I didn't go to the party.
I didn't go to the party either.
You see, it is very strict, but it is a simple rule once you practice it. Positive gets to, negative gets either.
That is super clear. But wait, I have a question. Because when people learn that negative sentences need a different word, they sometimes reach for the word neither.
Oh, yes. The double negative danger.
Yeah. So instead of saying, I don't like it either, they say, I don't like it neither.
And that is wrong in standard English.
Why is it wrong? Because in some languages, like Spanish, you use two negative words together to make it stronger.
Right. And actually, a long time ago, English did that too.
Really?
Yeah, Shakespeare used double negatives. But a few hundred years ago, grammar teachers decided that English should be like math.
Like math?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. In math, a negative and a negative make a positive. So they said, if you say two negative words, they cancel each other out.
That is so funny. So we have to follow this math rule in English today.
Yes, we cannot have two negative words in the same part of the sentence.
So I came up with a little story to help remember this.
Oh, I love stories. Let's hear it.
Okay, think of a negative sentence as a car.
A car, okay.
And the word either is just a passenger. It is just sitting in the seat. It does not have a steering wheel.
Okay.
To make the car drive, you need a driver, a negative driver.
Like the word don't.
Exactly. Don't is driving the car. So you say, I don't like it either. Don't is driving. Either is the passenger.
That makes perfect sense.
But the word neither is different. Neither is a driver. It has its own steering wheel. It is already negative.
Oh, I see.
So if you say, I don't like it neither.
You have the driver don't and the driver neither in the front seat.
Yes. Two drivers, two steering wheels. They fight and the car crashes.
That is a brilliant way to explain it. You cannot have don't and neither together.
Right. So you have two safe ways to drive the car.
Tell me the first way.
The passenger way. You say, I don't like either of them.
Okay, don't is driving. Very safe.
Mm-hmm.
What is the second way?
You let neither drive all by itself. You say, I like neither of them. Wait, I didn't use the word don't in that sentence.
No, you didn't. You said, I like. That is positive.
Right.
But then you added neither, which brings the negative power.
Ah, I like neither of them, so I don't like either, and I like neither. They mean the exact same thing.
Yes, the exact same destination. You just pick who is driving the car.
That is so cool. Okay, let's keep moving because we have another big hurdle from the sources.
Let's do it.
We know neither means zero, not A and not B.
Right, 0.
So mathematically, in a sentence, is zero a singular thing or a plural thing?
Oh, this is where grammar gets a little crazy.
Yeah, the sources had a lot to say about this. Let's talk about singular versus plural.
Okay. The strict formal rule in the textbooks is that neither is singular, always singular.
Because it means not one and not the other, so it is looking at them one by one.
Exactly. So if you are writing a formal essay or a business report, you must use a singular verb.
Okay, give me an example.
You would say, neither answer is correct.
Neither answer is because it is singular.
Right. But what if we talk about a group, like the students?
Okay, neither of the students.
The formal rule still says you must use singular. Neither of the students was late.
Neither of the students was late. I have to be honest.
Yes.
Saying that out loud feels kind of weird. The students was.
Right. It feels clunky.
Because students has an S. It is plural. But the verb next to it is, was, which is singular.
And that weird feeling you have. That is exactly why spoken English breaks this rule all the time.
Wait, really? People just break the rule?
Oh, constantly. In real, everyday talking, native speakers usually use the plural verb.
So what do they say instead?
They say neither of the students were late.
Neither of the students were late. That sounds so much better to my ears.
It does, right. And it is because our brains like things to match. When we hear the plural word students, our brain just grabs the plural verb were.
It is taking the easy path.
Exactly. It is faster for the brain.
So what should our listeners do? Should they use is or are?
It depends on the situation. If you are taking an English test or writing a formal email to your boss,
Follow the strict rule. Use singular. Neither of the options is good.
yes. But if you are just talking to friends or chatting at a cafe, use the plural. Neither of my friends are coming.
Nobody will think you are wrong.
No, everyone talks like that. It is completely natural.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Now, while we are talking about matching verbs, we have to talk about a very strange rule we found in the deep dive.
Oh, the proximity rule.
Yes, the proximity rule. This is so strange, but it is a real rule.
It happens when we use words in pairs, like either or and neither nor.
Right, like either the dog or the cat.
Exactly. But what happens when you have one singular noun and one plural noun?
Oh boy, give me an example.
Okay. Neither the teacher nor the students.
Teacher is singular. One
Yeah.
teacher. Students is plural. Many students.
Right. So what verb do we use? Is or are.
The rule from the textbooks is crazy. It says the verb matches the word that is physically closer to it.
Yes. Geography. It is all about what word is next door.
Okay, let's test it. Neither the teacher nor the students. The last word is students. Plural.
So we use are. Neither the teacher nor the students are ready.
Because students is right next to the word are.
Exactly.
But wait, what if I flip the sentence around?
Let's see. Neither the students nor the teacher.
Now, teacher is the last word. It is singular.
So the verb changes. Neither the students nor the teacher is ready.
It just changes like a chameleon. Already is ready, just based on the word next to it.
It really is like a chameleon. Speech happens so fast, our brains just match the closest thing to keep the sentence moving.
That is a great trick to know. If you can use that rule correctly, your English will sound so advanced.
Absolutely. Okay, let's step away from the hard grammar rules for a minute. Let's go back to real conversation.
Yeah, back to talking with friends.
We talked about agreeing with someone, like
Yeah.
saying, I don't like it either.
Right, but honestly, repeating the whole sentence takes too long.
It does. People like short answers.
So what is the best short answer?
The absolute best, most common phrase is,
Me neither. Me neither. Our sources call it the great conversational equalizer.
I love that. It is like a Swiss Army knife. You can use it anywhere.
So if I am at work and I say, I do not understand this project at all,
I can just say, me neither.
and it means I don't understand it either, but it is so short.
2 syllables. Me neither. It shows we agree, we share the same feeling, and we are on the same team.
It is so useful. Listeners, write that down.
Me neither.
But we found something else in an English learning forum.
Oh, yes, on italki.
Right. People were asking about another phrase. Not me neither, but neither do I.
Ah, neither do I.
Are they the same thing? Can I just use them whenever I want?
Well, they do the same job. They both show agreement, but neither do I is a little more advanced.
How so?
Me neither is a blanket. You just throw it over everything. You don't have to think.
Okay.
But neither do I requires you to do a little dance, an auxiliary dance.
Oh, I remember this from the notes. The auxiliary dance.
Yes. An auxiliary verb is just a helper verb. Words like do, did, can, have, will.
Okay.
To use this advanced phrase, you have to actively listen to the other person. You have to catch their helper verb.
So if I say, I don't like broccoli, my helper verb is don't.
Right. And you take away the negative part, which leaves do, and you use that. Neither do I.
Okay, let's practice this dance. I will give you a sentence, and you mirror my helper verb.
Let's do it.
I didn't sleep well last night.
Neither did I.
Because I said didn't. Okay, another one. I can't swim very fast.
Neither can I.
Wow, okay.
Yep.
I wouldn't eat that.
Neither would I.
I hadn't seen that movie yet.
Neither have I.
That is so elegant. It is like a verbal high five.
It really is. It shows the other person that you are really listening to them. You caught their exact grammar and sent it back to them.
It feels much more polite and connected than just grunting me neither.
Yeah, me neither is fine for a quick chat, but neither do I. It sounds very polished. Very native.
Listeners, try to practice that auxiliary dance this week. Listen for do, did, can, will, and bounce it right back.
It will make your English sound fantastic.
Okay, we are moving on to the final word in our deep dive today.
The third word, rather.
Rather. So far, we have been talking about reacting to things, reacting to choices, or reacting to what someone else says.
But what if you want to make your own choice? What if you want to state what you want?
That is when we use rather. It is the word of preference.
But it gets very confusing for learners because it means almost the exact same thing as the word prefer.
Prefer and rather, they both mean picking A over B. So, what is the difference?
The sources break this down beautifully. It is all about scope. Big picture versus small picture.
Let's look at the big picture first.
The big picture is prefer. We use prefer to talk about our general life, the things we always like.
So it's part of who I am.
Yes, like I prefer tea over coffee.
That means every day, in general, tea is your winner.
Right. It is a general fact about me. I prefer tea.
Okay, so what about would rather?
Would rather is for the small picture, the micro. It is for one specific moment, right now.
So if we were sitting in a cafe right now.
I would say, I would rather have tea this morning.
Just for today, just for this specific situation.
Exactly. It is an active choice for right now. I would rather.
Okay, so prefer is general, would rather is specific. That is a great rule.
But there is a very common grammar mistake here.
A trap. Tell us about the trap.
Well, when people use prefer, they often use the word to. Like, I prefer to stay home.
That is perfectly correct. I prefer to stay.
But then their brain copies that grammar when they use rather. And they say, I would rather to stay home.
Oh, I would rather to stay. That sounds wrong.
It is wrong.
Fair.
The word to is not allowed after would rather.
Never.
After would rather works like the word must or can. You don't say, I must to go.
No, you say, I must go.
Right. So you must say, I would rather go, I would rather stay, I would rather eat.
Just the basic verb. Keep it clean. Let's do some mini practice. I will say the wrong one. You correct it. I would rather to sleep early.
I would rather sleep early.
I would rather to read a book.
I would rather read a book.
Perfect. Just drop the two. Now, the grammar of rather gets even wilder. We found something in the sources that blew my mind.
The past tense anomaly.
Yes, the past tense anomaly. It is like a glitch in the English language. Let's explain this glitch.
Okay. So normally you use would rather to talk about yourself.
Right.
I would rather go.
Right.
But sometimes you want to use it to tell someone else what to do.
Oh, like controlling another person.
Exactly. And when you do that, English forces you to use the past tense verb, even if it is happening right now or tomorrow.
That makes no sense. Let's hear an example.
Imagine your friend is writing an angry email, and they are about to click send right now.
Okay, I won't stop them.
You would say, I would rather you didn't send that email.
Didn't is past tense, like yesterday, but they are clicking the button right now.
I know. Logically, chronologically, it is crazy.
What if I am having a party tomorrow, and my friend wants to bring a guest, but I want them to come alone?
You would say, I would rather you came alone.
Came. Past tense. For a party tomorrow. Why? Why do we do this?
It is all about politeness. The sources explain this through politeness theory.
Okay.
Whenever you tell someone what to do, it feels aggressive. It feels like an order. Don't send that email. Come alone.
Right. It feels bossy. People don't like being bossed around.
Exactly. It creates friction. So English uses grammar to soften the blow.
How does the past tense soften it?
By pushing the verb into the past, it creates distance. It makes it feel hypothetical, not real.
Wow. It is like a verbal buffer.
Yes. By saying, I would rather you didn't, you are making it a gentle preference, not a direct attack.
Is so smart. It is like a diplomat's weapon. You get exactly what you want, but you were so polite that nobody gets mad.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
keeps the social harmony.
That is fascinating. Grammar isn't just rules, it is actually human psychology. We just really don't want to fight with each other.
We really don't. And speaking of psychology, um, just when you think you know the word rather,
Oh, there is more.
we pulled out our final source, a discussion on our Reddit thread, and it shows that rather has a secret double life.
A double life. Okay, let's expose it. What does it do?
In a totally different sentence structure, rather stops being about choices. It becomes a volume knob, an intensifier.
A volume knob, like making an adjective stronger or weaker.
Exactly. You put it right in front of a describing word like, it is rather cold today, or the test was rather difficult.
Okay, so it changes the intensity. But the Reddit thread showed that this volume knob causes a lot of fights between Americans and British people.
A huge cultural divide, yes.
Mm.
The thread was about a funny photo of a dog,
Oh, right, the dog had destroyed a pillow or something, and the dog was looking up at the camera.
and the caption on the photo said, he looks rather guilty.
He looks rather guilty. Okay,
Yeah.
so what is the big deal?
Well, Americans and British people read that sentence in completely opposite ways.
Let's start with the Americans. What does rather guilty mean to an American?
In American English, rather is a mild word. It means somewhat, or a little bit. Turns the volume down.
So an American sees the dog and thinks, oh, the dog feels a little bit bad. Not a lot, just somewhat guilty.
Exactly. It is a very moderate feeling.
But the British, they use rather differently, don't they?
Oh, yes. British culture loves understatement.
Yeah,
They do not like to show huge explosions of emotion.
right. They like to keep calm.
So they use small words to mean huge things.
Yeah.
In British English, rather often turns the volume up to maximum.
So if a British person says the weather is rather warm,
They mean it is a historic heat wave and the roads are melting.
wow. Okay, so back to the dog. He looks rather guilty.
To a British person, that means the dog is experiencing the most extreme soul-crushing guilt imaginable. The dog is devastated.
That is so funny. One word, volume knob, and half the world is turning it down and the other half is turning it up to 10.
It just shows you cannot just memorize dictionary definitions. You have to understand the culture, too.
Absolutely. Words carry so much cultural attitude. Wow, we have covered a massive amount of ground today on these three little words.
We really did. Let's do a quick summary for our listeners so they can remember the most important parts.
Good idea. So we started with either and neither, the binary choices.
Right. Either is an open door for two choices. You can have pizza or tacos. Either is fine.
And neither slams both doors. It means zero. I want neither.
Then we look at agreeing. The rule of polarity.
Positive sentences get two. I like it too.
Negative sentences get either. I don't like it either.
And beware the double negative. Don't let two drivers fight over the steering wheel. Never say I don't like it neither.
Exactly. Then we talked about the great equalizer, me neither, and the advanced stance, neither do I.
The auxiliary dance. Match the helper verb.
Then we finally tackled rather. Remember, prefer is for your big life identity. Would rather is for a choice right now.
And no invisible to. It is I would rather go, not to go.
And if you want to be super polite when telling someone what to do, use the past tense anomaly. I would rather you stayed home.
And finally, beware the volume knob of rather. It means a little bit in America and a whole lot in Britain.
A perfect summary.
So, as we always do at the end of our deep dive, we want to leave you, our listener, with a deep thought. Something to chew on.
Yes. A provocative thought based on what we learned today.
What is your deep thought today?
I want you to think about how language shapes the way you see the world.
Okay, that is deep.
Well, think about it. Our English grammar has these very strong, very strict words, either and neither, that force us to look at only two choices, A or B.
Right, the guardians of the number two.
Exactly. They are hardwired into our brains when we speak. But life isn't always just A or B.
No, my life is messy. Problems are complicated. Sometimes there are 3 or 4 or 100 different ways to look at something.
Right. So the question is, when we face complex modern problems, do we sometimes struggle to solve them simply because our language forces us into this either-or mindset?
Oh, wow. Are we naturally making things polarized just because our grammar wants us to pick one or the other?
Are we trying to solve 10-door problems with a 2-door language?
That is an amazing question. Does our grammar artificially trap us in a binary box? Wow, I am going to be thinking about that all day.
Me too. Or should I say, me neither, depending on the sentence.
Very clever.
Yeah.
To everyone listening, thank you so much for joining us on this intellectual journey today.
Yes, thank you for learning with us. Keep your ears open this week. Listen for either, neither, and rather in your favorite TV shows or conversations.
Notice how people use them to build empathy or to politely say no. You are ready to use these tools out in the real world.
We hope to see you next time on English Refined.
Thank you for joining our deep dive. Until next time, stay curious, keep practicing, and have a wonderful day.